There we are.
Okay. Hello.
Well, it is what it is, right?
Yeah, we're figuring this out. I think I'm in correctly, but I think we're figuring it out. Good
Uh,
morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Hello, everyone. So good to have you here. Hey, Ray. Oh, how's everyone doing? How you doing this morning, Shane?
I am excellent. I am on top of my game here today,
Awesome.
whatever game that is.
Well, I'm excited to hear about this week, astrology wise, to see how we can be all be more on top of our game.
All right. Well, let's do it, huh?
Yay.
Thank you, Kate. Shamana Mama. This is our Monday morning flow. This is a nice new little thing we're doing here, and I think it's sweet. I get to interact with people. I've interacted with my cat, but that's beside that. So, welcome to this week's weekly cosmic dive. I'm astrologer Shane Smith, and wow, how was the eclipse for you, Kate?
Well, for me, a lot. A lot of everything has been happening.
Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah.
yeah,
That's the way I'll phrase it, a lot.
yeah. That was a pretty intense thing. We saw former Prince Andrew get arrested. We saw the Supreme Court uh, kind of shot down the tariffs that the administration has
Mhm.
been putting forth. So, I mean, we're beginning to see some unraveling in a sense,
Disclosure.
and yeah, and disclosures and all sorts of things like that. And then next week we're going to have a lunar eclipse, and we'll talk a little bit more about that next week. So, but for this week, let's dive right into what I like to do here is to share a little bit of information. And hi, Ray. Okay, there you go. I just looked at the chat. I don't usually look at chats, but for some reason I was called to this time. Okay, so I'm going to share this, and we're going to kind of breeze through wonderful. There we go. Breeze through the wonderful starry sky here. So, what this is a quick guide through the week ahead using vibrational astrology. We explore the key planetary vibrations and discover how to work with them in supportive and uplifting ways. We use this knowledge to strengthen our alignment with the natural rhythm and wisdom of the cosmos. And this is for the week of February 23rd through the March. Oh, I didn't put what it's next week sometime, March. Okay. Oh, and this is our birthday celebration week. I'll tell you a little bit more about that. Okay. Hey, so to help us tune into the week's vibrations, I'd like to remind you there are many planetary vibrations happening at any given time. We tune into those frequencies like we tune into a radio station, and this is by choice. So the question is, which frequencies do you choose to frequent this week? All right. Here it is. You'll notice my name up there, but actually it falls within tomorrow. Um, what is happening is my birthday is on Wednesday, actually. However, we celebrate the solar return. And the solar return is the exact place of where the sun comes back to when you were born. And so that exact place for me is tomorrow, actually at 4:48 p.m. And you can actually do charts based on solar returns for people.
And
Uh,
Shane, just
yeah.
interrupt. Yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, yesterday was the 1 year anniversary of CCC, and because
Oh, really?
I
Yeah.
wasn't here at that point, but I recall a conversation, and so
All right.
that's my memory. Yeah,
Well, welcome CCC to the birthday group.
that's
And
right.
yeah, oh, wonderful. That is beautiful. I have to do a chart. I think I've got the birth data for the CCC too. Anyway, so this is good for this week. You can get a general idea of what's going on. We've got Pluto and Mars and Aquarius and Pisces. We've got the Sun, the Node, Venus and Mercury and Aries. We've got Saturn and Neptune still. They're doing their magic on the world point. And in Taurus, we have Uranus and Gemini, the moon today. the moon moves pretty quick, so that actually it's not today. Well, maybe it is. No, I think it's yeah, I think it's in Taurus today. In Cancer, Jupiter. And so that's the layout of the land. And what I like to say is that you can look at this chart on the surface and say, oh, well, I can see some things that relate, but there's a lot more that's going on below the surface. And that's where we use vibrational astrology to analyze what is behind the scenes. So here we go. Let's jump into it. We've got a lot of crazy lines running around here, as you can see. Monday, which is today, we see a flowing and creative line, which is the blue line peaking. And we also see a stillness, inner wisdom, and focus, which I think would be quite appropriate for us to begin the week with that kind of energy. So let's break that down a little bit. What's happening with that blue line, that flowing and creative? Well, actually, that is a 10th harmonic of Mars, Neptune, and Saturn. Remember, Neptune and Saturn are still together. And when we have two planets, for example, that are conjunct, they're not only going to show themselves in vibration 1, but also in vibration 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way up the line. So you're going to see a lot of emphasis this week on the Neptune Saturn dynamic. What does that mean? Saturn likes to bring things to Earth down to a simple form. It likes to cut away all the extraneous, superfluous stuff and bring things right to the heart of the matter. And Neptune can be our spirituality. So we can bring our spirituality down to Earth today and for the rest of the week while this is all happening. What does vibration 10 mean? Vibration 10 is actually a very creative and flowing, as we see, but it involves two people. It involves two entities. It involves, see, it's 2 times 5, and 5 is that creative flowing vibration. And when we multiply it by 2, what we're saying is let's do it in relationship with others. How can we bring this spirit of simple spirituality? I mean, that's like cutting right to the heart of what this vibration is. How can we bring that together with others? Wow. I think you get your work cut out for you there, Kate. So another aspect of this is doing service. We like to do service. That's the Saturn part of it. Saturn is very service oriented, and we'll do this in a way that is like it's going to be a little bit of work, maybe a little bit of a challenge, because maybe you're waking up this morning and you're not feeling like, I got to do work. But Saturn says, let's get down to it and make it happen. Mars is behind the scenes with this configuration. So Mars is saying, I'm going to put some energy into it. So you'll find that maybe you'll get that kick in the butt that gets you going this week.
And when is the kick in the butt happening?
Today.
Oh, that's today. Okay.
Yeah, that's all part of the Mars, Neptune, Saturn configuration here.
Okay.
Yeah, harmonic 10. And also that's continuing into tomorrow. Notice the blue line is kind of flowing into Tuesday as well. So use this creative energy throughout this day and tomorrow and get that energy going behind it all. That nice flowing, creative, happy, spiritual, simple kind of energy.
But this is all that blue line, just so I'm tracking.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm peeking ahead at Friday. Okay.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. There's a nice peak there, isn't there?
Okay.
All right, let's go ahead and for today also another vibrate. And there are lots of combinations going on. I'm just kind of picking out a few of them that you might want to focus on. So also today we have a harmonic 14, and I usually don't talk too much about the stillness, inner wisdom, and focus, but that's what 14 is. It's 2 times 7. 7 is that vibration we're talking about, and 2 again. When we multiply that by 2, 2 means we're doing it with others. So there's that polarity that says, I, you, let's bring it together. Let's bring this wisdom into alignment and balance, if you will, because when we're talking about polarities, we're talking about balance. So it really means that we like to live simply and devote time and energy to activities that make a difference in addressing people's hopes and dreams. Here we have again Neptune and Saturn, but the sun is involved this time. So the sun is saying, okay, let's shine the light on all of this. So let's hope that we can make some of that beautiful energy happen today. So let's move on to Wednesday, since we kind of talked about Tuesday being part of that vibration 5 dynamic. Wednesday, oh, there's a birthday cake. Thank you. Happy birthday to me. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out to eat at a restaurant or something with family. But anyway, Wednesday brings some interesting dynamics. We've got the Mars Pluto Sun harmonic 33 happening. So Mars, Pluto, and the Sun. Whoa, that's deep concentrative energy on Wednesday. Deep focus. And it's in 33, which is a kind of a restless energy. It says, I want to get moving with this. I want to take this and progress something. So ask yourself, what is it that you want to put forward into the world or into your own lives for that matter? And you're going to do it with that kind of deep, dark, not dark, deep intensity. Okay. Um, and then also happening on that Wednesday, you'll see that orange line peaking. And well, we just talked about the orange line, restless and progressive. The other one is the excellence and transformation. See that purple line that's coming up toward the end of the day? Um, that is excellence and transformation. How can we take something and go above and beyond? And we do that again with that deep, concentrated, and deep focus, because once again we have Sun, Mars, Pluto kind of spilling over into vibration 13 on that day. So wow, it's going to be a pretty intense day as that goes, but intense in a good way if we put our energies that direction. And that energy that I just talked about with the Sun, Mars, and Pluto in 65, actually 65 vibration, we're going to move that over into Thursday. Notice how that purple line, when it peaks like at midnight on Thursday, then it kind of goes down. So we can use that energy for both of those days. We get into Friday, and then all sorts of stuff happens. And we've got Mars square Uranus, first of all. And so when Mars and Uranus get together, we get this kind of explosive energy. So I would say be careful. Don't let your foot be too heavy on the accelerator. But also, we talked about the eclipse happening last week. And I mentioned at the time that Uranus was square the eclipse. And so that brings about unexpected activities. Now Mars is crossing over that eclipse point on Friday and Saturday. And so what it does is it triggers this kind of explosive energy. So we might see things happening in the world that are a little bit, maybe some Earth stuff or weather stuff, or heaven forbid, like people not getting along with one another. Let's kind of tame that beast a little bit and make it work in our favor. And by that I mean, just be very cautious, be very mindful. Because sometimes when you get Mars and Uranus together, what happens is that they're just kind of like doing things by instinct, something, like that, real quick. And sometimes we make quick and rash decisions, so we don't want that to happen. Also, though, happening on Friday, yay, Mercury retrograde. So we're going to be going with that energy until March 20th. And all that means is that Mercury is very vital to what we do, right? In terms of making decisions, talking to people, communicating. So it asks us in these retrograde periods to review, to reassess, to renew something perhaps that may have been put to the side in the past. And then when March 20th comes around, you can bring it out and say, all right, I think I've fully have vetted this particular idea or this conversation or whatever. So Friday and Saturday just loaded with stuff, right? We've
Yeah.
got it's a lot of harmonic one stuff as well. So in addition, we've got Neptune and Saturn doing their thing as they've been doing for a while, but Mercury joins them. Venus joins them, the sun joins them. And so we've got Mercury, which is communication. And again, all those things with it going retrograde. We've got Venus, which is the planet of attraction and beauty and love. So maybe we can use that time to, you know, just pour out our heart into that simple spirituality. I like that simple spirituality. Doesn't have to be complex, does it? And then the sun says, let's make it shine, baby. So we've got those energies happening on Friday and Saturday, and then on Sunday we move into. Did I have? Wow. Okay, that's Sunday. Ah, okay. We got more of that orange line, which is that restless energy. So it says, let's just continue using that energy. But you're going to want to do something that is taking it to another direction, perhaps, than what you've been doing. And then, of course, there's a little bit of that stillness, inner wisdom, and focus. I didn't make a note on my papers about that, but that urges us to just kind of come back down into the stillness and the calmness of life. And
Well,
that is our week ahead.
yeah, that looks like a lot. So I'm really curious. So Friday and Saturday just look
Yeah,
big.
it's like boom, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. So what would be your suggestion in how to work with this energy best? Because there's lots of different ones, and I've been taking a little bit of notes, but for that time period.
Right. So for that time period, I would say the best thing to do is to get on your best spiritual self and practice some of these things that you are learning or have learned. Maybe there's something, for example, I do a book group with my family, and we talk about some of the spiritual principles, and maybe there's a spiritual principle you can put into use that would make good sense for Friday and Saturday, because it's like throwing up all these cards into the air, and you could be very well caught into the dynamic of trying to sort them all out as they fall, and get really flustered and confused. So the idea is to, okay, how can we bring in
Very
that
intentional.
focus? How can we, attention, awareness, and work with that energy in a very simple way. Again, I think that's the key to the whole thing: simple spirituality. I'll leave you with that.
Okay. All right. I'm going to take that and run with it.
All right, sweet.
Great.
So next week we'll talk about the lunar eclipse, and in the meantime, which
Awesome.
frequencies do you choose to frequent? Thank you for your attention. It was wonderful being with you online, Kate, and
Thanks, Jane. So
good luck.
fun.
Good luck on your program.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Have a fabulous rest of your day. I know you're not able to stay on.
Yeah, but next week I hope to.
Okay. Sweet.
All right. Take care. Bye
Bye.
bye.